2. Okay. Welcome to the Rap Drugs Pod.
The Rap Drugs Pod.
Hope all y'all motherfuckers had a good summer. We sure did.
Yeah, man.
Summer of COVID 2.
It was an okay summer.
This time
pretty average.
This time they let us out of our homes.
Yeah, I wasn't stuck in them last time.
I guess you weren't.
I wasn't. Yeah, I was out early in the summer. They let us out early. I was out with the kids. We had a regular school summer.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if here they just force people to stay home so they could keep watching their kids. They didn't
That's
trust
what
summer
I
camps.
thought. I don't think Ontario's been at school for a couple of years now.
It's choice by choice.
By choice.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's kind of like Harvard, when everybody went there and was vaccinated and still spread COVID around. So they're just like, yeah, we're shutting her down. That's basically Ontario, except instead they're just like, yeah, just don't tell anybody about the COVID outbreaks in our schools. We'll keep them open.
Yeah, that was
for
one
you.
funny thing here was in PEI, they were last summer. I guess we did have a couple outbreaks, but we had one recently, and you can only come or leave the island if you're vaccinated.
Yeah.
So it would have had to have been a vaccinated transmission, and it was so funny. So there's a guy at my work that's just he's not about the vaccine. He's not getting it. And he was like, that was some evidence for him. He was like, look, it doesn't work. Obviously, fucking if they got COVID here, it doesn't work. It's like, man, it's like you don't even know what to say to the guy. Like, that's not how it works. You're not gonna believe me. You're obviously have a doctorate.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Start teaching these people grade 12 college or university level math?
Yeah.
Well, you see, here's how probability works. You take one percentage and you times it by the other percentage, and you have a new percentage, and that's the percentage likely it is that. No, they don't even understand what you're saying. As soon as you say any math words.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah.
I just I don't know. It's just not how the vaccine was supposed to work. I think
exactly.
I don't know.
At the same
Joe
time,
Rogan was saying that apparently Fauci that's how he presented it. That was what Joe was saying. Which I don't know if that's the thing. It seems like Fauci's a fucking idiot.
So yeah, I don't know.
He seems to come out and just say stuff that just isn't right.
Can be misinterpreted very easily, the gain of function stuff. I guess they're putting money back into gain of function research already too.
I don't even know what's going on with that.
But no, the weirdest thing about the whole vaccination at the moment is the booster, because it makes it seem like it is just a flu shot or a money scheme where they're like, oh yeah, the antibodies go away after 6 or 7 months. But it also makes sense. Natural antibodies would go away after a certain period of time, especially if your body didn't think it was a threat. If it didn't actually get sick, it would be like, why am I creating these useless antibodies? Eventually the mRNA won't be duplicated in your cells anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. If you do need a booster shot, then it's
just like coffee.
That seems stupid to me. I don't know though. Fuck.
But yeah, it's hard to know from the research for sure what's right and what's not, because there's so much money at stake. But
everyone's always saying all these things. I just try and listen to some. I was listening to one virologist, and he was bringing up how they didn't really I don't know, when the ivermectin stuff was going on. I kind of just started. I wanted to know a little bit about that because I just kept hearing it.
Once Joe Rogan got slammed, or before?
I think it was right before. right before he got slammed, it was like on my YouTube all the time. Everyone was like, ivermectin. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, and then I ended up finding this guy. He's a virologist, virologist. That's a hard word to say, but he was saying like I don't know. Apparently with the hydrochloroquine, I think it was, and similarly with the ivermectin, like these things were just like super understudied and probably like wouldn't have ever worked like alone. He was like, if they were tested more and like tested with other similar medications, they might have been possibly could have been a treatment. It would like similar to the AIDS treatment. Like he said, probably some of the AIDS treatments could have been used towards as long, and it's also only though if you get it before. Like once COVID enters your lungs, it becomes different.
It's a new fight.
I don't know. At that point, I guess it's like that stuff wouldn't work. But if you got it beforehand, you could maybe take medications, but they just didn't. He was saying they just didn't research any of it at all. Like there was some people doing like some research, but it wasn't.
Well, it sounds to me like it's also the exact same problem as the hydrochloroquine, where instead of getting the prescription grade dosage for a human, people went and got it off the shelves for aquarium cleaning solution or for
I don't even understand that. I don't even believe that happened. But like really, like really, though. Someone like one guy who was doing that.
Yes,
who went
I
to
believe
a
it
fucking,
happened, Todd, because
who went to a fucking no, like
just
literally think about it.
You got
COVID and you legit you were like, man, I can't get the doctor to give me ivermectin. I'm gonna go down to the pharmacy or the vet, and I'm gonna go see if there's anything that has and then like
so
what?
Some guy with a lifted truck went down to TSC and bought up all the ivermectin paste, and then when he was at church on Sunday, was just trying to sell it to his buddies. He's like, you need to check this video out. Sent that out to his church Facebook group. So supposedly, because it's like a horse dewormer, you can get ivermectin in a paste to feed to people, to like feed to your horse, to put in your horse food.
Oh, so this guy he bought it. Oh, he bought like a bulk size. Okay.
So yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Is like people are taking something that's made for like 6 to 1,000 pound animals when they're like a 1 to 200 pound person.
I don't. This is what I don't understand though. That isn't like a ivermectin issue. That's a unlicensed dealer issue. Like this guy is just a criminal. Like it didn't matter if he'd done a similar thing with any drug. Like I don't understand. And then they got all upset about ivermectin. All this nonsense. I just think it's all hubbubaloo. Like I gotta listen to my boss all day. He just rants. He's just like fucking. He's just like, oh, Alberta. They got people dying in the hospitals. They got people dying because it's just full of unvaccinated people. He's just like, well, I don't understand why these idiots won't get. And he just bitches all day, and it's like, we don't live there. I don't know what the fuck. How do you even know it's like that? You watch the news, like. I don't
know. That's the exactly.
Is Alberta like
Most
that?
Most of this stuff is also nonsense. Well,
and he's like, and he just wants all these people to die. He's like,
yeah, that's crazy. But
I'm just like, what do you? He's like, yeah, just let them out on the street. I'm like, I don't know, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like even people saying stuff like that about people taking chloroquine and horse paste, or like instead of the vaccine. It's like, no, these people are scared of needles. Like. Maybe they have some sort of thing they don't want to mention. Well, when push comes to shove, they're going to get the vaccine. Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I totally understand not wanting to get it. Like, if you don't want, like, I don't know. It's fucking. You know?
Like people that don't wear their seatbelt. Like, some people are weird. Like,
especially, I feel like they've been weird about the whole thing too. So, like, yeah, I kind of get like they're getting weirder about it as the days go on. They're like everyone's got to get it now, and like I don't understand. Telling people to do things has never worked. I don't that just It just makes you look sketchy. That's like my opinion. They were like, we're gonna mandate it. What are you're gonna mandate it? And you want everyone to do it? What the fuck's wrong with you? Everyone who was gonna do it did it already. Like,
Yeah. I don't
what are
get
you
it.
doing, Jay?
But hopefully the politics continue to sway. Like, that's the one thing that I kind of feel bad hoping for, like a recession or continued problems or whatever. But I think if like inflation on groceries and gas or supply chain issues continue, there, or an economic downturn where there's less spending, which kind of seems like is the case right now, I think there's going to be no choice but to kind of like turn the page on COVID, because that's what it seems to be at this point, where the politicians are holding it up. Like, we've done everything we can. There's nothing more that we possibly can do.
Yeah.
Except on a personal level. Like, it should be an opt-in, opt-out basis. Like, in Ohio, you can drive a motorcycle without a helmet.
I don't
like,
know.
why do we need to be told, oh, you should, like, why do we need these stricter rules anymore?
Yeah. We're just, I guess we're just libertarians though, Jay. We don't understand these people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
The problem is,
that's
here's
true.
what
I guess I'd want to tell, if I wanted to tell other people what to do, I'd understand these people.
The thing is, I don't want to pretend like I understand this, like I'm a medical person, but like from what I've heard, like a lot of people say like everyone's got to get it, because the more people who don't have a vaccine, the more chances there are for it to mutate.
Yeah.
Like, my understanding is like that's not the case. It's going to mutate regardless.
Yes.
Like, and some people are trying to claim that it's the opposite, and that if you have like a lot of people vaccinated and a small amount not, it's pressuring the disease to mutate faster.
Which I think it's like that's a tough one to say, because
like
it depends.
I just don't understand why people are like making these claims. Like, it just seems to me like it's not. Sorry.
It's just like people. No, you're right. It's just like people trying to copy marijuana in the lab,
Like,
and then being like, "Oh, sorry, no. I guess we have to legalize marijuana after all these years," because you can't predict what something is going to do in an ecosystem. Like a virus, like you're saying, it's either going to have some sort of genetic predisposition to mutate when it gets forced to, or it's going to not, and they are correct, and it's going to be less chances to mutate because it's replicating less. But it is possible, maybe it's some sort of X factor where it's like Dwayne Wade, and like when pressure's in the fourth quarter and there's 6 people that aren't vaccinated, it's going to mutate 6 times. But if there was 600 people not vaccinated, it could still mutate 6 times. Much easier though, you would think.
It seems like,
like, how is it going to know?
I don't know.
That
maybe
there's other people out there that aren't vaccinated. That's what I'm thinking. But there is possibility.
I don't.
Once you create an ecosystem.
I feel like, from what I understand, these are all just theories. Really, if you're saying any of these things, and they're being studied heavily right now because of what's going on. But I don't know. The only argument I really understand is like, when you unvaccinated people, it's clogging up the hospitals. It's like, if like the hospitals go like over 100 capacity, and it's like 80% vaccinated. Is that happening? Have you heard of this? This is what I keep hearing.
The hospitals?
Jay,
I can hear you. I think I've heard that, and that was the problem initially, and seems to be the problem, like you're saying, in Alberta. But that's also a problem that can easily be fixed, we've shown, by military intervention. Like, most of these people don't actually need a full service hospital. They just need a hospital bed.
You think?
If that makes sense. Yeah, well, they tried to do it in New York. It's just Canada runs on no army and provincial healthcare system. So it's like the government's incentivized to cut healthcare costs, and all the governments are drowning in their budget. of course they're going to
Yeah.
have a tough time justifying increasing hospital beds early. They're going to get jammed up against the wall when the 900 beds have 880 people in them. And then it's like the military could come in and help, but what are you going to do for these
I guess
people?
that's the way we really should be thinking. It's not that these people, it's
it's just that they can't get the medical attention.
Well, I don't know.
Home.
Can't you put them on ventilators or something?
Yeah, but
I think we got a big lag going on here now.
Yeah, probably my bad. I can hear you now though.
Sorry, it's all good. I don't know what I was saying.
Something about ventilators.
Oh yeah, all the unvaccinated. I don't know.
But yeah.
Something about I don't know. Don't they need ventilators? I don't know. I don't understand these things. Like I just like isn't it? It's really bad. Like you can't breathe. Like I don't know. I don't really look into it too much. Like I should have to, but people keep getting upset about it. So
there should be some sort of PSA like they have on cigarette packs, like maybe some billboards that are like, "This is your lungs on COVID."
Yeah. What do they? I wonder what they do. I know what they do for rich people.
Yeah.
In America. They give you like all kinds of IV drips and like they give you a vitamin drip and some transfusion stuff.
Nice. Yeah, you probably just get a
Joe Rogan
saline.
listed off.
You probably just get a saline drip here.
Saline drip. Yeah, I think maybe that
and
was.
Only WHO
and then
approved.
He got a bunch of like ivermectin and stuff.
Yeah.
What's that?
Here it's only WHO approved medications.
Yeah.
And vaccinations. But yeah, I don't know. None of this would be as bad as getting mold poisoning. And that's a real problem. And maybe that's part of the housing issue. Because, there was one time I lived in this moldy ass basement. It was crazy as fuck. And
I just, people say like crazy things. I was watching this guy the other day. He was like, more people are going to die from COVID in America than died during the Civil War once this is all done. And I was like, that's a fucking insane thing to say. I went and looked it up because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I was like, there were only like 30 million people living in the United States during the American Civil War. There's 330 million people there now. What the fuck? If they had a civil war now, that many people would die in a month. Like, these people don't understand numbers. I don't understand. Like, there's nothing comparable to how many people are gonna die. Yeah, I know. Like, you're just fucking crazy.
Like, how many people survived gunshots back then too?
I feel like people really don't understand how many fucking people live on this planet. Like, and how quickly that's happened. Like, within the last fucking 50 years, it's been just an insane amount of people. And it's like, I'm amazed at how many people we've kept alive. It's crazy. Kevin, I think we're doing pretty good, honestly, in my opinion, with these numbers.
Yeah,
relatively low.
The exponential increase has been the craziest part. But yeah, maybe that's like,
what do you mean?
Just like you're saying, how it's in places like China and India, when they go to check the population, there's like 50% more people than they thought.
Yeah.
like the numbers are just climbing like on a crazy curve upwards.
Yeah.
And maybe that's part of the global housing issue too.
What's that?
Maybe that's part of the global housing issue too,
Yeah.
Because like, the moldy basement I lived in was like from the 1900s. It was like underneath this fucking store, which was the weirdest store ever, that sold Turkish rugs at like a streetcar stop in Toronto on Queen Street. And the guys, I don't know, I don't think they sold a single thing. Like they maybe had like 2 customers a day.
No, man, they were criminals.
Yeah, for sure, money laundering. And like smoking cigars inside of their shop.
They were talking about how they own stores. they were listing all the places they own stores, and it was like all port cities in America and Canada. Like he was like Vancouver, Miami, New York.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
dude, you are a fucking criminal.
And we fill up these shitty products with
Yeah. And
the best
they're there all the
products.
time. They're like,
Just hacking cigars
it's like they don't
inside.
even want you in there.
Yeah, they have the doors closed in the afternoon, just hacking cigars. Because you're not allowed to smoke in places, you know. But yeah, just the
Yeah.
greasiest building. So should have known something was up.
You're like, can I buy this book? What you want?
But yeah, like these places that were built in the 1900s don't even hold up to today's standards, and they're trying to fill them with extra people now. And then if you try to knock them down, if like landlords, and then if you try to knock these places down and build a condo, all the neighbors get in an uproar.
Yeah, man. Well, you shouldn't do that. Fuck that. Build a condo elsewhere.
Todd ain't down for condos.
I like the old buildings. Stop ripping them down. We should tear down the new building, put up the old ones. Just get back into bricklaying. That was awesome.
That is a lost craft. But really cool.
I know, it sucks, man.
Building designs. We need like some friggin' some like 15th century. I think more or less like how the Notre Dame was built, that needs to get rebuilt the same way. Like take like a few hundred years and build it out of wood.
That'd be cool, man. That's how I want to do something. That'd be a cool way to live your life.
Instead, they're probably gonna 3D print
no, we don't do things that way anymore.
They're gonna 3D print that motherfucker.
Oh man, have you ever seen 3D printed houses?
Mold
I
proof.
remember watching China try to do it. It was fucked.
Yeah, they were 3D printing houses. Mold proof. They're gonna take old mold and build the houses out of mold.
Mold made with mold. Yeah. I was watching them. They had this giant machine that was just like, it was just like concrete, but like Play-Doh. It was just like making a house.
Just a gun?
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it was more like a dropper. I don't know. It was like a crane with like a tube. It was like a tube. It was like spitting out concrete. Maybe it wasn't real. I don't know.
Probably is real. That's not the American way though. The American way is the assembly line. You build the house in the factory and you take it prefabricated to the site. Prop it up.
Man, that's what we do hardcore a lot. Prefab homes.
But do you guys even have basements out there? Or is that too like wild?
We have basements.
So they'll like pour a foundation and just throw a prefab. Well, I was thinking maybe like slab on grade, you know? It's like they don't want to put like a bunch of cement.
A lot of people do slab on. Yeah, slab on grade is what you should be doing. People with basements are idiots, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not bad in spots, but
you can't stop idiots.
There's a lot of spots. And like everywhere you're building right now, like it's all not good building land. Like it's like years ago, no one built on it or put farms on it because it wasn't good for anything. And then they've just been like dumping sand there and then they just pretend like they just grow grass there and then they sell it like lots. It's like
nice. That's an awesome scheme.
Some of these houses and like you take like it's pretty crazy. There's a couple of houses that we did where they have like 3 sump pumps in their basement that are just running 24/7. Just pumping water out. It's like, why do you fill in your basement? Like you're an idiot.
Yeah. Why not just get rid of your house?
Well, he's like right near the water.
At that point. You got that many sump
There's
pumps
also people, man, like the
You're
land
wasting money.
the land is receding like yeah. Just stupid. He probably bankrupted himself buying it, thought it was a steal. They caught him on a dry day. It wasn't raining for a month.
Yeah. Basement had reno. Wasn't allowed down there.
No.
Not there wasn't proper permits.
No, he probably built the house and didn't realize until they built it.
True.
No one's gonna buy his stupid fucking house now. Yeah. But
fucking with me.
He's probably just waiting for the day the bank takes his house so he can take off to Mexico.
Now.
But I forget what I was gonna say. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's also dickheads. They build houses like the island's like receding. The land just like is getting taken away by the water all the time. And I don't know, people just don't realize it or don't care, but they build giant houses, like $3 million houses. And it's like that house can't be where it is in 10 years. It's not gonna be land there. You know, you're just like, what are you doing? There's people who move their house like every like 5 years or whatever. People move houses here all the time. Do people do that? I didn't think people did that in Ontario. It's like I've never heard of like moving a house. I saw it on The Simpsons. I thought it was like a joke, but they literally like pick up the house and they put it on a trailer and they like drive it. They do it all the time.
Moving houses was my family's business.
Your family? Oh, really?
Yeah, before the grandpa's business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, also illegal dumping.
Illegal
Got charged for that. but yeah, I don't know. Moving houses is just goes against the idea that people have now, where it's just like
build a house,
build another house. I need more. You know, whereas then it would be like, I'm gonna take this house from one property and put it on another property, and people would buy it off another person. But you're like, I want to get my house built new for me. I'm special.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not about this mentality. I think we're all just gonna be fucked, and then you're not gonna be allowed to think like that anymore. Reality is gonna set in.
Yeah,
we're getting to that point.
There will be a slow changeover.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, exactly. The old
once all these people, fucking idiots retire.
Once these old moldy folks get fucking.
All these fucking old farts won't retire. Get the fuck out of the way. Retire. They just like are having heart attacks at their desk, and they're like, I'm gonna keep working anyways.
I hear that's the big thing. They're quitting now because they don't want to have they don't have a heart attack at home. Got to work from home.
What?
It's like quitting to find another job at the office so that they can have a heart attack there. That way my family can sue my employer.
Genius.
But no, most of this quitting.
I've been watching these videos on
people that hate their jobs going on strike.
Oh yeah, did you see the big John Deere strike?
Yeah. 10,000.
I heard about that. I heard it was crazy because it was like the union recommended the deal, and they were still like, nah, fuck your deal.
Yeah, it was like a two-tier
self-organized.
It was a two-tier system they want to implement, and the new guys would get paid less and have less benefits than the old guys. And the old guys are like, nah, we're going on strike.
Yeah.
So that's respect. Like,
good.
People are getting to the idea of community and communism. Pretty soon they're gonna give up their homes and put complete faith in the government. They're realizing they don't need their job. Their government will take care of them.
That's not communism, Jay. That's state capitalism. Don't get it confused. You'll offend the communists.
True.
I've been watching this fucking communist guy. He's getting pretty. Have you heard of Vosh?
Joe Biden, yeah.
Joe Biden, no.
No, I haven't heard of this Vosh guy.
No, Joe Biden's not a communist. That was Obama.
I'm kidding.
Joe Biden's more just a socialist.
Obama's a fake commie.
He's not as radical as him.
Yeah.
Obama was a fake commie.
Yeah. He's a simp for Facebook, though. But yeah, who's this Vosh dude?
Yo, what do you think about that? Oh, Vosh. So Vosh is I don't know. He's just been getting popular recently. I watched a couple of his stuff. He was getting a lot of interviews with everybody. He's just like another Twitch political guy. I don't know if I'm noticing this recently too. There's a lot of like Twitch political their videos to like 5-10 minute videos of parts of their Twitch stream.
True.
Have you seen anybody like this? So like,
yeah,
Hassan Habib.
Yeah,
he's the most famous Twitch streamer. He's
the popular, and all he does is
you've heard of him, right?
All he does is the IRL talking stuff, right?
Yeah,
he's like all
exactly.
Political.
Okay, so Vosh is the same. Yeah, and so Vosh is the same kind of thing. He came up, I think, in the exact same way, and just less popular. He's a straight up communist, though. I didn't realize this until I started watching some of his stuff.
That's funny.
It's pretty hilarious because
that's so funny.
I'm like, fuck. I'm just like, I didn't realize how many communists there were. I was like he's not like an actual communist, but he's like close to it. He's the most communist American I've ever seen. Like he's really for his idea is like he's really for like co-ops. You know, have you ever heard of co-ops? Like work co-ops that are like it's like owned by the workers or whatever.
Yeah, like what farmers will do, or like when you buy the membership to the grocery store and get everything cheaper.
Yeah, and you own the grocery store and you're a worker there. So he thinks all businesses should work like that. That's his idea for it.
Cool.
And he talks about like how there should be a transition period or whatever. Anyways, I don't know. I find him pretty funny because he seems like a strategist. And to me, like he seems like Lennon talking. I'd never heard of a tanky before. Have you heard of this?
No.
What's a tanky? He would like. I was watching one of his videos and he was just talking about it. Like I should have known. I had to Google what it was. It's an old British term for like. Apparently, there's two types of communists in the communist community. There's like communists that think that everyone's gonna unite freely through their own choice, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like tankies who are like the fucking like the Soviet Union style communists who are like, no, you have to force people to have communism.
Cool.
So I never realized they were like these terms. And it's just so funny listening to them like bitch about tankies. I don't know. I found it comical.
It's funny that there's people out there trying to promote that.
Yeah, it is. It's
like,
crazy. There's a lot of people out there.
Like I thought that was exclusively libertarians. That are like, we're not gonna be. We gotta force people to have no rules.
Yeah.
And we realize that they can rule themselves.
I was listening to this Fosh guy like talk to one of the tankies, or the guys he called a tanky, and he was like, the tanky guy was like saying, he was like, we're not just gonna have communism, we're gonna have American communism. It's gonna be the best communism in the whole fucking world. It was so fucking funny. I was dying laughing. I was like, dude, you are crazy as fuck. It's like it like sounded like he had no idea like what they should do. But they were Americans. They were gonna do it better than other countries.
Yeah.
It was.
You think China's got it good? Wait till we do communism. But yeah,
that's one thing Vosh always says. It's not the China and Soviet Union. That's not communism. That's state capitalism.
So Todd, Did you hear Andrew Yang basically wants to start a third party?
Oh yeah, I've kind of heard about his
It's
party,
Communist
the
Party,
Independent
probably.
Party.
Yeah.
Communist Party, you think so?
Basically, he wants to give UBI.
You don't like UBI? I think that's a
No,
great idea.
he's that's like the closest. He's like normalizing communism. He's like, we're gonna have a new party. We're gonna have
I guess so.
government giving you
Yeah.
checks. Government's gonna probably own a little bit of your businesses. But yeah, I don't know. I like UBI more than I like the communist Canadian thing, where it's like, we'll give you 5% of the down payment on a home if it's a new build.
What are you talking about? What was that last part?
So I don't know if it's Canada or Ontario specific, but for new builds, you can get 5% matched on a down payment from the government for first-time buyers. So they're
How's
like
my
buying...
audio? Sorry, I didn't realize I didn't have my headphones in. Is my audio okay?
Yeah, you've been clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. But
sorry.
yeah, the government will match your 5% down, but they get to own 5% of your home.
This sounds crazy. I don't know.
Like, you can't pay them back like you pay back the bank. You have to sell your home, and they just get 5% of the
Why do they
price.
want to own 5%?
Because they want you to buy a bigger home. So if you have 5% down,
so then when you sell the house, they
5%.
lose their 5%?
They get their money back they get their 5% back. But in the meantime,
when you sell the house.
Yeah, exactly. In the meantime, they own 5% of your home.
But then what happens? Owning 5%, like why wouldn't you own 50%? Then you own the house, kind of. 5%. It's like, what are you gonna do? What do you own 5? I own most of the house.
They're just gonna own 5% of everyone's homes. Then they're gonna up it to 10%. Maybe they're gonna
it just
up it
sounds
to 50%
like this weird thing.
eventually.
And then one day they own 5% of everyone's house, and then one day like they come along, they pass a law. They're like, if the government owns a property, it's legally government property, and then they just fucking raid everyone's house all at once.
I didn't even think they need that.
Yeah, they could just do that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking craziness. They can do that whatever they want.
But yeah, it's just about, I'm just talking about like little ideas where like now you're comfortable with the change. Like, like Google Nest and Amazon. Like soon there'll be like IRS or CRA hub. Maybe the government will send you a free smart home device.
I don't know what you're saying. You don't make any
governments just, they're gonna be sending the UBI out. They're gonna own 5% of your home. You're gonna be good friends with them, so you're gonna start using the like government home app. The government Nest. You're gonna buy the government phone. Yeah.
Why do we need government apps? They already got the chips in there. They get the chips in there before they sell you the phone, Jay.
Supposedly Apple isn't sharing your information with them. Supposedly.
I don't know what's going on.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, maybe they are gonna just straight up normalize communism instead of like outsource it through these big corporations like Facebook.
Well, I don't know. I think it's just, the thing is like
easier to outsource it with Amazon
I just
and
think
Facebook.
It's not communism. I don't think it's communism. I think it's just fucking like the economics make more sense. Like if you look at some proposals they were making back in like the 1800s and stuff, when they first started bringing in work laws, they were way more radical than the shit we asked for today. Like they used to think that we were going to get to the point where we worked like 5 hours a week or something like that, or like 20 hours a week. Like they, and like the idea of having like a 4-day work week is like insane to people. Like they're like, we can't fucking do that. What the hell is wrong with you? And it's just like we've just all like we were getting super productive, and then all of a sudden we like stopped like allowing that production to like improve people's lives, and like continued with that production. You know what I mean? And it's just like we're like so far beyond it. Like it now seems like a communist move to fucking do what we should have did 50 years ago. Like I don't know. That's what it seems like to me, at least.
Yeah, it definitely it seems like exactly that. Like they got rid of the gold standard and the trickle down economics began, where they're
Yeah.
like, okay, the rich will get richer and you guys will get some money eventually when we pass it down to our children and
Yeah.
eliminate the estate tax in the meantime. but but yeah, it is strange, and the only correction is probably something that similar to what Vosh is promoting in order to give back ownership and equity to people that don't have real assets in the first place, like the people that are
Yeah.
creating the profit or the equity. Because
Yeah,
you
I
got
don't know what the solution would be. I'm more of just an anarchy type guy, you know. Everyone should just get shotguns and like sit on the roof and start killing each other. There's too many people. We'll rebuild later.
yeah. Why bother rebuilding?
Why bother rebuilding? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
There's probably another Earth somewhere.
Earth 2?
Yeah. Instead, just
I don't
build a
know.
time machine.
Are you really like pro co-ops, Jay?
I don't know. I don't see a problem with them as
Yeah.
much as I see a problem with the current system. But my problem with
Yeah.
co-ops or any system is how do you
Yeah, I don't know.
make it fair and equitable?
Yeah. My I just like I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think anything works. I think they're all bad plans. I don't think there is a good plan. And we keep trying to come up with one. And it's just like it's not there. We're
No
grasping
matter
at straws,
no
and they're
matter
really
what
nails.
no matter what there's rule makers, and first off, getting them to agree to give up their power is going to be hard. Second off, removing the power from the rule makers in the future is even harder.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I
Like they
yeah, I
tried
don't
to
know.
do it with the Constitution.
Yeah.
It
Well,
worked
I
for
don't know.
about 300 years. No, wait,
I
200.
I also do kind of feel like it is like it's just frustrating to like live through things, but I feel like we are going in an upward trajectory like overall. I think
Yeah,
things are gonna
overall, exactly.
I think things are fine. It just sucks like being alive and like witnessing things. It's just like frustrating. But I think we are gonna get there and it's okay. Like I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people are recognizing there's an issue.
Well,
We just aren't seeing the solutions yet, and
when things
we'll
were on
get
an
there.
when things were on an insane upward trajectory from the Middle Ages until 2008, it definitely
Yeah.
seemed like things were going to be great for the peasants. But
Yeah.
yeah, in the last 10 years or so, it hasn't looked like anyone's going to get off our necks until the striking happens. So, and the mass quitting. So, we'll see. The peasants might get some power back here. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be like you're
Yeah.
saying, it could be a tough century or another millennia for the peasants, you know? That's just the economic
Yeah.
cycle.
It'll be fine eventually though. You know.
Exactly.
I've given up on like living through like the good part, you know. I'm like we're on the first half of like the shit.
Exactly.
We might not see the other end of it, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. If the future is Bitcoin, I'm fucked for that, dude.
I know, I totally missed out on that.
Like, I honestly think those people are crazy, though.
Still though, they're millionaires.
But no, like, imagine thinking that it's just a pyramid scheme. It's just like any other multi-level marketing. It's like, hey man, you heard of Bitcoin? Hey man, you heard of NutriShake? So here's how the blockchain technology. What's that got to do with Bitcoin, man? No, you listen. The blockchain's the idea behind Bitcoin. Well, what's quantum computing going to do to Bitcoin? Well, it won't matter because Bitcoin will also be run on quantum computing. Oh, okay, sure, buddy.
Those are some good questions.
See, that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm a skeptic though. So like anyone that's invested in Bitcoin, I'm not saying sell it. Just like anyone that owns a home, I'm not saying sell it, or I'm not saying buy it. I'm saying like you turn to professionals for professional advice.
Yeah, I'm old fashioned. I want to just buy some gold.
Yeah, straight up gold bars or like jewelry.
Yeah. Gold bars. You gotta get the bars. What jewelry? What am I, a fucking idiot?
I got 30 necklaces.
You go you go 50-50 on like gold stocks and gold bars. You go.
Damn, I went 100% on gold jewelry. Gold fillings.
And fillings.
Yeah.
You didn't just get plated, Jay? Tell me you got plated.
Yes, but yeah, one of my bones.
One of my bones.
They replaced the titanium plate with gold. Now I need a wheelchair. It's way too pliable.
Didn't work at all.
Yeah, you can't even see the gold, but it's worth more.
My leg's worth more than your car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's around $30,000 worth of gold in my shin.
It was an investment.
Yeah.
I got these bitches insured. 10,000 a month.
Oh. Conor McGregor's got nothing on these legs.
Yeah. Did you see the Facebook stuff? What do you think about the Facebook stuff?
No, that's what I was trying to remember.
The lady.
It was pretty cool that they took Facebook down while she did her interview.
What do you mean?
It was like respect. Like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp were all out that day.
I don't think it was on purpose.
No, I know it wasn't. It's just funny because it made it so obvious they have a monopoly.
Have you heard? I didn't think about this till some people had suggested it, but
it's basically like.
Do you think it's sketchy how it all went down? Like some people are like, fucking, she's a whistleblower, but then she gets a 60 minutes interview and then immediately after gets a meeting with Congress. They're it's like, it all seems a little convenient.
It makes a lot of sense to me that 60 minutes would be quicker than the government. But yeah, it does seem
I don't know, man.
Sketchy that she'd be a whistleblower and not try to keep her identity protected. But if she's already left Facebook, maybe she's doing it for the clout, you know? Like, I don't know. I just feel like that argument is like someone that raped somebody and then is like, yeah, they were drunk though.
I lost you. What were you saying?
Like, I don't know. I feel like this person's probably just going on 60 minutes for the clout, making it look bad.
Who is?
The whistleblower, the Facebook whistleblower.
You think they're just going on for clout?
Yeah. Like, I think it actually happened, but like, why would they not say no to 60 minutes?
Well, no, the idea is like it just fucking happened. Like, usually whistleblowers go to jail, you know? Like, why? You don't get like a fucking all this shit.
What is this, communist Russia? Edward Snowden? Yeah. Facebook isn't the government. It's a fucking corporation.
Well, why aren't they like suing him? Suing her?
They might be.
I don't think they are.
Even if they are, they could sue her into oblivion. If it's like Donald Trump. If Donald Trump has some friggin' lawyers supporting her, she's got money to fight against Facebook.
I don't know, I guess.
But no, there's whistleblower protection stuff worked into the law.
But that's never helped anyone in the past, from what I understand.
Well, the courts will test it.
All right. I guess.
If they haven't already. But yeah, you do bring up a good point. But this lady, I don't think it's anything new though. This lady's just telling us the exact same thing that the documentary The Social Network told us. Not this. No, that's the actual one with. That's the Facebook one. No, what's the one? There's some documentary on Netflix that tells you that Instagram and social media is bad for you.
I don't remember the name of it, but
But
yeah.
basically, it's like all about how it's just about engagement. They don't care if you like what you get. You're the product.
You know what's weird though is it's being reported more like not that isn't what she like that's what I think she's saying when you listen to her, but
Yeah.
it's being reported as like Facebook didn't do enough to censor people like bullying other people. Like that's what people are saying like around, you know? Like that's what people seem to think she's saying. And when I read some
Like
articles, you know what I
like
mean?
Facebook's pro cyberbullying.
Like they just haven't done enough to stop cyberbullying, and it's like that has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah, I saw some
You know, you know what I
guard.
mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I saw some Guardian article that I thought was more in line with what she was saying, where it was like these. It's kind of like uh, having the perfect image of what you think you should be, and like that gives you body dysmorphia, and like it's so easy to access like that through social media, where like you would look at something to do with weight loss and it would take you down a bad rabbit hole supposedly.
Oh, I didn't realize she said all that stuff. I only
Like I
watched a
don't think
couple of.
she did, but this Guardian article was about
Oh,
people saying that type of thing, and she was saying like how the when the platform started, it was like people sharing healthy recipes and self-help and like positive things and achievements and photos with friends and family, and then it kind of turned to like sharing articles and sharing things that had negative,
yeah,
like created negative engagement where someone felt
yeah,
the need to comment
yeah, because it got more people involved.
and kept you on the platform longer and stopping on posts more.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Yeah. So they were saying these other ladies were saying the downside of that is like because it's such a like taboo topic, kind of like QAnon and stuff like that, but it's not censored. It's easy for these girls to go down these paths of anorexia and bulimia and find encouragement in the social media platforms just from like running into a weight loss thing
Yeah.
because they want to get fit or whatever. And I've seen it myself even with like the YouTube algorithms.
Yeah, man. It always puts Ben Shapiro on my thing, and I'm like, I don't like Ben. Why he makes me mad?
See, the thing about Ben Shapiro, I hate him, but if you any clip that is like less than a minute of Ben Shapiro is hilarious to watch.
It is.
But if you take any of it
I don't know.
seriously, I don't I couldn't imagine you're anything more than a troll.
The problem is I know people personally who watch this guy,
And take it seriously.
and they're like, "This guy's smart. He's a smart guy." And it's
Yeah.
like, what do you do?
Marketing.
I don't know. Yeah, and then they I don't know. They find the YouTube finds videos that just like make me click on them.
Yeah.
The new YouTube shorts, I thought they were stupid, but they're getting me. They're drawing me in now. The algorithm figured me out. Keep
Yeah.
clicking on them.
Some of the shorts are good. They're
I got
getting
caught up.
closer.
I got caught up in this one. It was like this guy. He like email. I guess there's this website where you can like it's like called writeaprisoner.com, and it's like a Facebook for like people in prison.
Nice.
So you go on it, and like everyone has a picture and a profile, and you read about them a little bit and stuff. And if you want to, you can pick them as a pen pal. You go through them all and you pick them as a pen pal. And so this guy, he picked one of the guys, and he wrote to him, and he made this TikTok video, and it was like a funny video the way he made it. He was like, I found this site and I did this thing, and he's like, I picked this guy. He has a nice bod. Like it was like an older like 55-year-old guy. He's like, I liked it how he looked. I thought he would be a cool guy. He's like, so I
Nice.
wrote him a letter. I asked him how many freckles he had, what he would look like if he was, or what kind of dog he'd be if he was a dog. Like, just weird questions. And he was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna write me back. Seems he might think I'm a weird guy. And then he got a letter back from the dude. It was like a 3-part video. I got so into it. So then part 2, where he writes back. And the guy's fucking, his name's Doug, and he explains how he got in prison and stuff and all this shit. So the dude wrote him another letter, and now he's got 2 TikTok videos up, right?
Yeah.
So he sends him the second letter, and all these people have been watching this video, and they're now sending Doug letters. All these people are sending Doug letters.
Sick.
And this dude's second letter didn't show up. It like he didn't have enough stamps on it or something. It got sent back, and Doug got worried because he never got another letter. So he wrote a third letter, and he got this letter, and he had to. Oh, I don't know. It was just so funny. He had to apologize, and then his cellmate wrote to him, and his cellmate was so excited about how Doug is getting all these letters from people, and he was like, "Could you do the same thing for me?" So he had this TikTok video where he was like, "This is Corey. This is Doug's cellmate." Like,
Nice.
they're just so funny.
That's sick.
I don't know.
That's a pretty positive story too.
It was
where like people are actually sending them letters. See, I'm more into like the like weightlifting fails where like, so there was one I watched where a guy was
that's
like
horrible.
a guy was lifting weights clean, and this other guy thinks like sees him struggling a little bit, so rushes in and trips and falls and like pushes the bar onto this guy's chest, and like 4 people have to rush up and help like tear the weights off one side of the thing and let it fall off this guy's chest because it's like 400 pounds or 300 pounds he had on.
I can't even watch it like that. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I thought it was funny.
I watched that video. Tim Dillon, he was like, he said there was
oh shit, my internet's fucking up. Or did I lose you? Yo, you still there, Toad?
out.
I can hear you now, but your video's frozen. Now you're green tea. Technical
Hello?
difficulties. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if my internet's messing up or yours.
I don't know. Videos.
Yo. Technical difficulties, y'all. Nothing is a bigger buzzkill than the technical difficulties.
Are you there?
We got you back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool.
I could hear you talking, and you could hear me earlier.
Yeah, I don't know. If my internet messed up or we could still hear you. What were you even talking about? I forget.
I'm saying.
What the fuck? Is it my internet? It's got to be Todd's internet. How do you test this shit? God damn it, Zoom.
Jesus, I gotta stop.
Oh man, you're clipping in and out again. All right, you're back now.
Right.
But it froze again on us. Got a helicopter up above looking for me.
Jay, we got.
Might have to wrap this one up.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
internet's dying. Good way to edit out a buzzkill, Tom. What were you even saying? I can see you again now.
I was saying, just saying, fucking was Tim
Dillon.
He was describing the video, two people getting shot, and I watched that video.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Saying how I wouldn't heard, but I watched that video too.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that video. I haven't watched it myself, but it sounds gruesome. I think he told folks about it on the pod before. Not really gruesome as much as it is like chilling. But yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, I guess go look it up. Yeah. But yeah. We're going to come up with some more fucked up content soon since we're back. Hope y'all ready for it. Maybe when Todd's internet's working better, he'll shoot somebody on camera.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay. Someone in a ski mask. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Someone in a ski mask in one of our videos is going to shoot someone else. Tune in next week to find out who.
On Dragon Ball Z. Or
Peace, homies.
The Rap Drugs. Rap Drugs pod. That's our
RDP.
Show. Wrong show. RDP.
Peace, homies.